Good morning, Hampton Prep, 4th grade scholars. Today is your math lesson from Ms. Jackson. Today we're going to be discussing profit. That has to do a lot with, you guessed it, money. And that is TEK 4.10b. Before we begin, let me give you some reminders. Go check out your Study Island accounts. Go check out your No Red Ink accounts. Complete those assignments. Turn them in. Don't forget your attendance on Class Dojo and the portfolios. And stay safe. And I think that's it on the reminders. Alright. So, this particular skill has to do a lot with personal finance literacy. And it states that the student will demonstrate and understand on how to represent and analyze data and how to describe and apply personal financial concepts. The student may also apply mathematical process standards to manage one's financial resource effectively for lifetime financial security. The student applies mathematical processes standards to calculate profit in a given situation. Okay, sorry about that. So our main focus today is to calculate profit. The equation that you need to understand will always be profit equals revenue minus cost. So your essential questions is, what is profit? How can you calculate profit? And why is profit important? Why is profit important? So it's like going to Walmart and you're going to buy a lawnmower. So you buy a lawnmower because you're going to start your little side business of cutting people's grass. Well, if your lawnmower costs you, let's say $200, how many lawns will you have to cut to get your $200 back if you're only charging $10 a yard? When will you be able to see a profit? Because you have to take in mind, you have to pay for the lawnmower and all the other stuff that goes with it. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be working with today. So profit, you may pause the video and you may jot down these terms in your notes. So profit, IEP. The I is your income. That's the amount of money you receive when you sell a good or you go to work. E, expenses. That's the amount of money you spend on materials or repairs and supplies. For instance, you need gas to go in the lawnmower. You need the lawnmower. You need maybe some shears, cutting shears. Just whatever you spend in the business, that's your expenses. Profit. Profit is the amount of money that is left after all your expenses are paid. So once you pay the lawnmower off and once you pay all the expenses, then what you have left, what you can actually take home and spend, is your profit. Calculating profit. You may go ahead and pause the video, write this down, and come back. When you're calculating your profit, there's your profit equals income minus expenses. So your income is the money that you made. The expenses is the money you spent. So one is a plus and one is a negative. One you will add, and the other you will subtract. So your income will be your addition, and your expenses will be your subtractions. Profit. The amount of money someone makes off a good or a service after accounting for all of their expenses. Okay? So for instance, they had a bake sale. They needed flour, sugar, eggs, frosting, and milk. And you see the prices listed next to those items. So they spent a total of $11. So after they made the cookies and sold the cookies, they made an income of $75. However, after they took out the expenses was $11. $11. Leaving them a profit of $64. And that's what we'll be doing today. Today I'll be using the practice step up to the teaks math edition. This is the book that I'll be coming from today. Okay. Directions. Use the information given to find the total expenses for each of the projects. Then determine the total amount of money each project earns. This is called revenue. Use the total expenses and the total amount each project earned to calculate the profits. So, we have two different things going on. We have pet grooming and we have cake sales. So, on the pet grooming side, shampooing 2 bottles times $6.18 per bottle. Then brushing, they charge $4.97. So that's your total expenses after you find the two calculations right here. Then you have, on the cupcake side, you have 2 bags times $5.68 per bag. You have flour, sugar, eggs, baggies, things that you're going to put the cupcakes in. And then you have your total expenses. Once you get all of that, then you may begin to answer the questions below. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead and calculate the cupcake sales and the pet grooming side, and then we'll come back in just a few short seconds to discuss our answer. Okay, so when we multiply $6.18 times 2, we got $12.36. You take $12.36 plus $4.97, and that will give you a total of $17.33. Okay. Then on this side, we will take 2 times $5.68, which gives us $11.36. And when you add $11.36 plus $4.97, $2.80, or $1.18, $2.98, you'll get a total of $23.37. Okay, so now that we have our expenses, now we can go and answer some questions. Okay, you can take the time to pause your video, and you can go ahead and work on these, and then come back and we will go over the answers. So, if the class shampoos 15 dogs and charges $8 for each shampoo, what is the total revenue collected for the shampoo and the dogs? Okay. So let's do like a little some math. So we have 15 dogs times $8. That equals how much? $120. Correct. So then that's how much it's gonna cost. That's how much they made from shampooing the dogs. Now they remember the total expenses. So you take the total of what they made and minus $17.33 equals $102.67. So their total revenue was $102.67. So to calculate profit, revenue for pet grooming, so they made how much? $120, and the expenses was $17.33. Don't forget your decimal point. And your profit is $102.67. Okay, on to the next side. So they made, the expenses was $23.37. That's what we know so far. The recipe, this recipe makes 3 dozen cupcakes. 4 batches of 3 dozen cupcakes make how many cupcakes? So what would you have to do? You will have to multiply 4 times 3 dozen. So that is 4 times, how many in a dozen? 12. So 12 times 3, you see all the extra, the work you have to do? Okay, so yeah, that's why you gotta pay close attention. So 3 dozen, this recipe makes 3 dozen cupcakes, okay? So 4 batches of 3 dozen cupcakes is how much? So we need, this makes 3 dozens, we want 4 batches of that. So we need to calculate the profit. I mean the expensive. $23.37 times 4. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. So, that's how much it's going to cost. Now, how many cupcakes is that? So it'll be 4 times 12 will give us how many cupcakes? I'm sorry, 4 times, no, 12. 3 dozen. No, so 3 dozen, so 12. So how many cupcakes is this? 4. So, hold on. So in one batch of cupcakes is 12 times 3. That gives us 36. But they want 4 batches, so it'll be 36 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. 12. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. So they give us 144 cupcakes. Okay, so what happened? 144 cupcakes. If there are 6 cupcakes in a package, how many packages can be made with 4 batches of 3 dozen cupcakes? So we will have to take 4 times 3 dozen, which is 144, and we will have to do what? Divide that by 6. So it'll be 144 divided by 6. Another way of writing that, this way. Okay, so let's do the math. 6 will go in 1, no times. So we have to move over to the 4. 6 will go in 14 twice, because 6 times 2 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. Bring down your 4. And how many times was 6 going to 24? Right, 4 times. 6 is 24, leaving a remainder of 0. So your answer to this question will be 24. So if the packages are sold for $2 each, what is the total revenue collected from the cupcake sales? So now we have to take this number and multiply it times 2, because that's how much they sold it for. So 24 times 2 equals 48. So 48. So the total revenue was $48. Right? So $48 for the revenue of the cupcake sale. Now what we have to do? Did I hear someone say 48 minus the expenses? Because if you said that, then you will be correct. So we take 48 minus $23.37, and your answer would be $24.63. Now, that's a lot of work for $24.63, but I understand. So looking at these two, which one had the least amount of expenses? It was the pet grooming. Their expenses was only $17.33. The cupcakes expenses was $23.37. Now, which one made the most money? Had the biggest profit? The biggest profit will be on this side of the pet grooming, because they walked away with $102 and some change, versus the cupcake side only walked away with $24.63. So you know my favorite question. Which number would you rather have in the bank? Would you rather have $102 or would you rather have $24? Okay, right. The answer is always the same. Everybody wants the most. Alright, let's go on to the next question. Go ahead and read it and go ahead and discuss it. Pause the video and then we will get an explanation. Trina bought a plain t-shirt for $3.99. The earned-on letters that she placed on the shirt cost $2.50. How much should she sell the t-shirt for to earn a profit of $4? Oh Lord, this is a lot of steps. But guess what, Hampton? We can do it! Okay, so the cost of a plain t-shirt, let's work this out. We used to working hard, so let's get it. The cost of a plain t-shirt is how much? $3.99. The additional cost of the letters was $2.50. Now, I'm not pulling these numbers out the air. I'm actually going back into the problem and get my information. So don't just write anything. Alright, so the cost of the t-shirt. Okay, so the cost of the t-shirt. So how much? So far, let's see how much she spent making this shirt. So she spent $6.49. Uh-oh. That's ugly, right? Alright, let's get some time on it. Now I forgot how much she spent. Okay, $6.49. Now, she wants to make a profit of $4. Meaning it doesn't matter how much they pay for it, but she has to go back home with $4. So, but she don't want to lose any money either. So she want to get what she spent for the shirt, plus the $4 that she have to go home with. And let's see how much she would have to sell this shirt for. $4. 9, 4. So she will have to sell this shirt for $10.49. Yeah, it's very inexpensive shirt, and I'm sure it's good quality because she spent $2.50 on the letters. So hey, $10.49 is not a bad price, right? All right. If you got that answer, give yourself 2 claps, 2 snaps, kiss your brain because you are smart. Alright, so now I'm going to show you your extra practice and your pop question. Your pop question is number 3. And you can send it to me however you've been sending it. You can go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Here's 1 and 2. Well, while you reading it, let me take you something. While you reading it, I'm going to read you something. Students need to understand that profit is calculated by adding up all of the sales and then subtracting all of the expenses. You do not always make a profit, okay? Sometimes you're negative. Sometimes you just may count it as a loss, okay? So, what is profit? It's the money a business makes after it pays all of its expenses, and that includes the bills. How do you calculate profit? Profit is the difference between the cost to make a product and the income from selling a product. Here's number 3. This is your pop question. And then, why is profit important? Without a profit, a company would not be able to stay in business. And so that's what's going around here right now. A lot of companies are not able to open the doors because of the COVID, and they're not able to create an income to get a profit to pay their expenses, such as the rent and the supplies to stay open as a business. So, go ahead and complete your extra practice problems 1 and 2. And then send me number 3. Alright. Well, I'll see most of you later on today. Today's a class meeting, so I'll see most of y'all later. So if you can, please log in and have some fun with us. If you have any questions or issues you need to address, I'll be there to address those. And without further ado, see you later.